My name is Tony, and I've been asked by my friends to give them the recipe over and over again for a shrimp recipe, which is sauteed in peppers and other ingredients. So finally I'm putting this on YouTube, so they can go to YouTube and they can look it up and they can check it out for themselves, because like I said, I'm getting really tired of writing this down and explaining how to do it. I'm not a chef, and at the same time I do not claim to be. Please refer to my website, idon'tgiveadamn.com. Okay, so the way we're going to start here first is I'm just going to show you the basic ingredients. At the same time, you can see I'm now working in the $1 Million Kitchen. This is my home away from home. It's a smaller type kitchen. Most people have kitchens like this. So to make a nice restaurant style food, you do not need the elaborate $1 Million showcase. Very simple fry pan, very simple oven, very simple knife, and very simple ingredients. It's just how you put it together. So basically, the basic ingredients that we're going to start with is garlic and onions. And then we have some other ingredients here. Well, I will go and I will show you step by step how to put them together. One of the most important ingredients is a Portuguese pepper paste. It's made of hot peppers. Now, if you want to find this, I suggest you go to any Portuguese restaurant or any Portuguese store, and they will basically tell you where you can find this. And you cannot find this, get some hot peppers, a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of salt, put it together, put it in the blender, mash it into a paste, put it in the refrigerator for 3 or 4 days, and it will basically do the same thing. Now, as for the shrimp, here we have the shrimp that I'm using, which is basically a number 25. It's important, and I will tell you over and over again, that the shrimp must be well thawed if you bought it frozen. It must be in your refrigerator for 48 hours, no questions here. At the same time, if you buy it frozen, you have an emergency, what you should do is take the shrimp, put it under warm water, then put it in a dry pan, low heat, and just cook it very slowly and warming it up slowly until all the moisture comes out. That way you can use the emergency way. Now, as you can see, I like buying the shrimp which has the skin on. It has or the shell, if you want to call it. It has been deveined already. I like using raw shrimp with the shell on because it basically gives me a better flavor. You can use pre-cooked shrimp already without any skin. Just be very careful and very gentle when you're cooking. The most important thing is not to overcook the shrimp because it'll taste like rubber. Do not go buy popcorn shrimp and think you can get away with that. It's not going to work. Number 30 and up is the only way it's going to work in presentation and taste. Okay, the onions now are sauteing. And now what I add is the garlic, which has been minced. Now I added 2 cloves of garlic, and I added 1 medium onion. And now I'm adding the garlic, and we're getting that one there really good. Really good. Now the next ingredients is very important, and you have to do it my way or it's going to be the highway. Tomato paste, unflavored, about 2 tablespoons, and you have to fry it. Now if you run out of tomato paste, you can use spaghetti sauce or yes, even ketchup. It will not turn out as good, but it will still turn out fantastic, really good. So you need to fry that really well. Do not add any salt yet until the end, because there is salt in the paste and there is salt in the pimento sauce, and we don't know what stage of saltiness that is going to be. Now the next one is the tomato paste. Now you can use hot or you can use sweet. I'm using the hot, so I do not add too much. I add maybe 2 tablespoons, and that again will be fried. And you can see it's turned into a nice paste here. Again, I'm not adding no salt. I'm letting that cook for about 2 minutes. And now, another ingredient is honey to take the tartness away from the spaghetti sauce. About half a teaspoon. Stirring that all around. tomato paste is really coming really nicely. And now the other ingredients, white wine. Do not use red, use white wine. You can use beer, you can use apple juice or light vinegar, and we mix the wine there, not too much. And now we're going to let that simmer. You can see that the alcohol has been gone, and now we have a beautiful thick tomato paste. Now we start adding the other ingredients. 1 tablespoon of butter that we add. And I like to add some Maggi, a couple of shakes of Maggi. If you don't have Maggi, you can use soy sauce. If you don't have soy sauce, go to the store and buy something. Okay, a couple of shots of that. And at the same time, I like to use just a touch of cumin. Just a touch of cumin. And my favorite, allspice. A touch of allspice. There we go. We stir that around, wait till the butter to melt. Alright, now we're going to increase that. Take a little shot for me. And here comes the shrimp. Again, the shrimp is well drained. And I place the shrimp in there. Look at that. That isn't that beautiful? Now, it's important at this point not to overcook. So we're going to be cooking sauteing the shrimp on both sides until they become pink. Once they become pink on both sides, very, very lightly, turn off the heat. And I'm back. Now, what I did was I cooked the shrimp very, very gently. And because these shrimps are large and the pan is small, what I do is I actually remove some of the shrimp and I put it into a plate so it does not overcook. What you can do if you want, you can remove all the shrimp, you can work with the sauce, you can add some 18% cream, and you can do that to make a very creative sauce with in other ways if you want. But I don't like putting the cream in, I like it the natural way. So I now have the shrimp here. I put the shrimp back, the stove is now off, you can see it's a beautiful plate here. Now I start at this point, I add some fresh lemon at this point here. I add some lemon here. And we stir that up. Now I have to work fast because I don't have too much time on the tape. And now the most important thing is the taste test. So we're in the middle. Now at this point I can see it needs salt, so I use kosher salt here. It's going to require a little bit more Maggi, and it requires a little bit more wine just to make it a little bit more liquidy. And I put that back, and a little bit more allspice. And now I add the fresh chopped parsley to it, and it requires a little bit more lemon. There we go. And now, like this again, I can use the same spoon because it's for me. Now it is absolutely perfect. And now I transferred the shrimp to another bowl. I tasted it again to make sure it's okay. And there you go. There you have it. My shrimp recipe. Doesn't that look beautiful? And now I will have the recipe at the end of this video for you to take notes on. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you on my other series of cooking. Thank you.